All right, so the bell ringer on this one, it is domain and range. We already know that the domain is your X, your range is your Y. So a simple thing to do, what some people like to do, they make a table out of it. And they list all the points. You see the points here? Now, last time we were doing the quadratics and we're doing the, I forgot the name of it. The alligator symbols? Inequalities, there you go. So we're doing the inequalities, right? Now, I literally just need a list of points. So, you see this dot? That's -7, 0. See this dot? That's -7, -5. You see this dot? See, I'm just going down the list. That dot is -3, 6. Now this dot, -1, 0. And now that dot, that's 0, -3. Those are literally your domains and your ranges. All you got to do now, something very simple. Your domain, you do not have to rewrite a number that's repeating. Let me explain that. See how there's two -7s? All you got to do is write down one of them, comma. Then the rest of them go here. -3, -1, 0. Same thing for your range. Is there anything that's repeating on your range? So the zeros are repeating, so I only need what? One of them. What else is there? So I have -5, 6, -3. Now this one's written in order. The domain is written in order. The range is not. So I'm just going to rewrite the range real quick. -5, -3, 0, 6. So my range is now written in order. Which answer choice has my domain and my range written like that? The first one. The first answer choice has the domain and range written together. All right? So the same way I did number 1 for the bell ringer 1, you're going to do bell ringer 2. So I'll give you a quick minute and get bell ringer 2 done. All right, so moving on to today's lesson, it's going to be very simple, extremely simple. One of the easiest lessons we got, but what we have to do, it looks like a lot of work, but I'm going to break it down simple for you. I promise. It's like 20-something questions, but I'm going to break it down easy. The stuff that we've been doing the last couple of weeks is harder than this. Seriously. Seriously. All right, I'm going to start proving my point right now. So if you look at your worksheet on the formative, you see the circle numbers? Everybody see the circle numbers? Okay, if you see the circle numbers, that's exactly what we're looking for. That's exactly what we're going to do. All right? If you look at the worksheet here, you see this solid 14? That does not mean 14 on formative. The circled 14 means the one I want you to do. All right? We'll get used to it. The ones with the circles are the ones I want you to concentrate on. The ones that are solid, ignore those. Unless you want me to add more work. Anybody want more work? I can always add more work. You sure? Okay. All right. Okay. So let's get this going. So, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, can you get the lights, please? Thank you. All right, so right here, number 1, very simple. We want to identify the x-intercept and the y-intercept. You know how difficult this is going to be? Oh, sweet Lord, just watch this. So the x-intercept, look at your x-axis. Where does the line cross the x-axis? So x equals 5. I found it. Now look for your y-intercept. Your y-intercept is where it crosses your y-axis. Where does the line cross my y-axis? So y equals 5. I told you the stuff we were doing was a lot harder. 1, 2, oh, this is number 3. This is number 4. This is number 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, number 4. Guess what I'm going to write it right here. Guess what my x-intercept is? Where does it cross your x-axis? 2. Now, y, I'm looking for my y-intercept. Where does it cross my y-axis? -3. That's how you're going to type it into the formative without any spaces. No spaces. Type it in exactly like that. Now, number 5. What's my x-intercept for number 5? Where does it cross my x-axis? 5, comma. Where does the line cross my y-axis? 2. Now I'm going to give you about 1 minute to solve 6, 7, and 8. Now, you do write your answers on the paper. It's easy, but do write your answers on the paper and then type it into formative. No green and red dots on this assignment because some of the questions have multiple choice. So some kids, what they do is they'll click on different answers until they get a green dot instead of actually showing the word. Yeah. All right, here we go. Later on as we're going, yeah. So I'm going to give you a quick minute. No spaces. I highly recommend you stay on my pace because you can always watch the video, go back, and see what you missed. I don't want you to keep on doing a certain problem and then lose all the instruction I'm going to give. And when you're ready, when you finally catch up, you're going to be asking for help and you're going to be totally blank. Make sense? All right, so here we go. On this one here, 8, so it's going to be right here. So it's going to be, this is 9, this is 10, this is 11 on your formative. Whoops. 10, that's 11. This is 12, 13, 14. This is 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay? Now, we're going to go down each question here. Check this out. Super easy. Now, on this one here, I'm going to be doing 9 through 14. 9 through 14. Now, we're going to write this way. We're going to write this on your paper where it says find x-intercept set y equals 0. Yeah, write that for this section. When it wants you to find the x-intercept, you're going to set y equals to what? 0. What does that mean? Something extremely easy. We have number 9 here. On number 9, I have x plus y equals 9. Well, I want to find that x-intercept. In other words, I want to find where the line crosses your x-axis, right? So set y equals 0. If y is equaling 0, I'm just going to substitute the y for a 0. and bring everything else down. Now we solve it, just like we've done the other equations. Well, what's x plus 0? Or, okay, you're thinking multiplication. X plus 0 is x. See how the 0 just goes away? So what does x equal? That's it. Okay, making a help video here. Come now. So what about number 10? Same thing. If I have x minus y equals 4, I'm going to change this y to a what? I got to set it to 0. So this y becomes a 0. And then I have x minus 0 equals 4. Well, the 0 goes away, right? Because it's going to stay as an x. X minus 0 is x equals 4. Now, number 12, I'm going to skip 11. That's an easy one. I'm going to go to number 12. Number 12 is something very easy also. I have 3x plus y equals 15. Well, didn't I say that the y is going to equal 0? That's it. So 3x plus 0 equals 15. Well, the 0 goes away, right? Because nothing's happening to my equation. Here I just have 3x equals 15. How do I get the x by itself? Divide by 3. Then divide the other side by 3. So what does x equal? That's it. So the distributing property and everything else was way tougher than here. But I am going to tell you right now, we need to remember when I want to find the x-intercept, the y needs to be 0. I am going to tell you right now, if you struggle with substituting numbers, in other words, I'm telling you right now, the y is 0, go look for your y, put a 0 there. It's the same thing if I said y equals to 4. Anywhere you see a y, you would put a 4. Get used to that concept because we're going to be replacing things. So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to knock 9 through 14. What did I do? 9, 10, and 12. So I'll give you a couple of minutes to do 11, 13, 14. I had a couple of great questions. Great questions. Right here. I'm going to work out number 13 real quick with y'all. On number 13, we have 4y minus x equals 18. Well, what we were talking about, we're replacing the y with 0, right? If we're replacing the y with 0, what does it mean when the 4 and the y are next to each other? They're multiplying. So here, this is what it looks like. I'm going to put in parentheses. I'm going to multiply that. Equals 18. Well, what is 4 times 0? 0. And then bring everything else down. I'm going to erase that. That's a horrible x. Well, 0 minus x is just negative x equals 18. What's the shortcut when I have a negative variable? Flip everything on the other side. So this positive 18 becomes negative 18. Now for the next section, for 15 through 20, we want to find the y-intercept. So think about it. When I was looking for the x-intercept, I set the y equal to 0. When I'm looking for the y-intercept, what do I set to 0? The x. That's simple. So right here, I'm going to do number 15. Number 15, we have x plus y equals negative 7. So I'm also going to write here, find y-intercept, set x equals 0. Now, on number 15, all I'm going to do is set x equal to 0. That means wherever I have an x, I'm going to put a 0. So plus y equals negative 7. Well, what do I have at the end? Y equals negative 7. Number 18, I have x plus 4y equals 24. Well, if x, what am I setting to 0 right now? My x is 0, so bring everything else down. Now, if x is 0, that's just going to go away. So what do I do with this? How do I get rid of this 4? Divide by 4, divide by 4. So y equals 6. And the last one I hope you in this section is 6x minus y equals 7. Well, if x is 0, what does it mean when the number and variable are next to each other? They're multiplying. So 6 times 0? 0. Minus y equals 7. So I'm going to use a shortcut because I'm going to have a negative y equals 7. So that means y equals negative 7. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to go ahead and work on those other ones. On to the next section. The next section is so easy or difficult, whichever one you want to describe it. It's actually pretty easy. That's it. Look at this right here. X-intercept. I want you to put a point on my x-intercept. Where am I going to put it? On your x-axis. I'm going to put a point where? Thank you. On 2. I need to put a point on my y-axis. Where am I going to put it? 1. That's it. You're literally putting the numbers. Now, this is the only, I think there's 3 of you? Yeah, for these 3, you don't got to put on your paper because you're showing the work here. You're literally just putting the points on the graph. Okay? So this is the only time I'm going to excuse work shown on the paper because it's going to be on the graph. Now let's look at number 24. It's 24, 25, 26. Let's go over here so you won't get lost. Here's 24. Here's 25. Here's 26. Now, to answer 24, 25, and 26, you're going to use one of these, A, B, or C. How do we find it? The same way we were solving the other questions. The same way we were solving the other questions. Now, I'm going to show you how to solve 24 real quick. On 24, I have x plus y equals 2. Well, I do need to find my x-intercept and my y-intercept. When I'm looking for my x-intercept, what do I set to 0? So the y is going to be 0. I have x plus 0 equals 2. What do I have left? X equals 2. That's my first number. My second number, I have x plus y equals 2. My second number, I need to find my y-intercept. So what do I set for 0? If I'm looking for the x-intercept, my y is 0. If I'm looking for the y-intercept, my x is 0. So that goes away, so y equals 2. Now, all you're going to do now, which graph has an x-intercept of 2 and a y-intercept of 2? A, B, or C? So the answer for number 24 is C. So for number 25, you have to find me my x-intercept and my y-intercept. And for number 26, you got to find me my x-intercept and my y-intercept. 26? 27? Let me go answer that real quick. And for the last section, did I put points on formative? Oh, I only want it